The morning was quiet in the way only early light can be. A pale sun filtered through thin cloud, touching the ground gently, as if unsure by tall grass. It wasn't running, it by tall grass. It wasn't running, it wasn't calling out. It was still, too still, except for the shallow rise and fall of its chest. There was blood darkening the earth beneath it, soaking slowly into the soil. Not fresh panic, not frantic movement, just loss. Something already spent. The kind of injury that doesn't scream, but waits. I stopped a few steps away, not close enough to threaten, not far enough to disappear. The animal lifted its head just slightly. Its eyes didn't plead. They measured. Fear was there, but so was exhaustion, the deeper kind that comes after resistance has failed. Animals don't trust easily, especially when they're hurt, especially when they've learned that survival usually means distance. I stayed where I was. The air was cool. A faint breeze carried the scent of pine and damp leaves. Somewhere above us, a bird moved through branches, careless and alive. Minutes passed, maybe longer. Time behaves differently in moments like this. The animal shifted, then froze again as pain caught up with it. I could see the tremor now, the quiet effort it took just to remain upright. I lowered myself to the ground, slow enough that every movement felt like a question. I didn't reach out, didn't speak. I let the silence do the work. Trust doesn't arrive all at once. It enters in pieces. The animal's breathing steadied. Its eyes stayed on me, but they softened, just a little. Not hope, not yet, but curiosity. The kind that asks whether staying might hurt less than leaving. I thought about how often we ask animals to understand us when they've never been given reason to. How often we expect forgiveness without patience. Slow pan across empty landscape. Eventually, the animal made a decision. It leaned, barely, in my direction. That was everything. I moved closer then, inch by inch, aware of how fragile the space between us was. I could see the wound clearly now, the way the fur clung together where blood had dried. It was serious, but not beyond help. When I finally reached out, my hand trembled. Not from fear, but from the weight of responsibility. The animal flinched, then stayed. Touch came softly, carefully. The animal didn't pull away. We stayed like that for a long time. Two living things sharing stillness, sharing breath, sharing the understanding that pain doesn't disappear just because help arrives, but it can be carried together. Later, with treatment, with time, the bleeding slowed. Strength returned in small increments. The animal never became tame, never forgot what it was. And that mattered. When it was ready to leave, it didn't rush. It paused, looked back once. Not in gratitude, not in promise, just acknowledgement. Then it moved on, soundless and whole enough. The forest closed around the path again. The light shifted. Morning continued. Some connections aren't meant to last. They're meant to remind us who we can be when someone vulnerable decides, against all instinct, to trust us.